Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we explore the fascinating world of the USA Franklin half dollar, a true masterpiece of American coinage. Known for its rich history, silver beauty, and timeless value, this coin continues to captivate collectors and history lovers alike. First up, the USA Franklin half dollar without a mint mark from 1952 remains one of the most historically admired and collectible coins of the mid-20th century. Though at first glance it might appear as just another silver coin, its design, background, and numismatic significance have elevated it to an enduring favorite among coin enthusiasts. Even in a very dirty or circulated state, the 1952 Franklin half dollar is regarded with respect because it represents a key era in American minting, the post-war period, when the U.S. economy and identity were transforming rapidly. Today, collectors pursue this coin not only for its silver content but also for its artistic design and the deep sense of American history it conveys. When the Franklin half dollar series was introduced in 1948, it marked a shift in U.S. coinage design philosophy. The coin honored Benjamin Franklin, one of America's most celebrated founding fathers, who had never previously been featured on U.S. circulating currency. The series replaced the Walking Liberty half dollar, which had been minted since 1916. The 1952 issue, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence no mint mark, was part of a relatively short series that lasted until 1963, when it was replaced by the Kennedy half dollar following President John F. Kennedy's assassination. The coin reflects the optimism and stability of post-war America, a time when citizens valued innovation, progress, and tradition, all qualities embodied by Franklin himself. The artistry of the Franklin half dollar stands as a tribute to simplicity and symbolism. Designed by John Cynic, the obverse features a stately profile of Benjamin Franklin facing right, rendered with clean, lifelike realism. The word liberty curves above his head, while "In God We Trust" is placed below, a motto whose inclusion was controversial at the time due to Franklin's secular beliefs. The reverse depicts the Liberty Bell, complete with its iconic crack, flanked by a small eagle to satisfy legal requirements for half dollars. Made of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. Its edge is reeded, and high-grade examples display deep luster, full bell lines, and crisp details, characteristics that define the most coveted specimens. While millions of 1952 Franklin half dollars were produced, true rarity arises from condition and specific die variations. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 21 million pieces, yet few remain in pristine, uncirculated grades today. Most circulated coins have lost their original luster or show significant wear due to decades of handling. Collectors especially prize examples with full bell lines, FBL, referring to the sharply defined horizontal lines across the Liberty Bell on the reverse. Such coins demonstrate exceptional striking quality and are much rarer, often commanding several times the value of a typical example. Error coins, such as those with doubled dies or striking anomalies, are also highly desirable and can transform an ordinary coin into a major collector's prize. The market value of a 1952 Franklin half dollar varies widely depending on condition. A heavily circulated, dirty specimen may only bring around $1,500 to $2,500, primarily for its silver content. However, in uncirculated grades, MS60 to MS65, prices can rise sharply, ranging from $3,800 to $5,200. Those graded MS66 or higher, especially with the coveted full bell lines designation, can sell for several $100s. In some rare cases, perfect condition examples graded MS67 FBL have realized prices above $8,000 at major auctions. Over the years, the coin's value has shown steady appreciation due to limited supply and increasing collector interest in mid-century U.S. silver coinage. For collectors seeking to acquire or preserve a 1952 Franklin half dollar, careful attention to grading and authenticity is essential. Reputable third-party grading services such as PCGS and NGC provide professional certification and detailed condition assessments that can significantly enhance both confidence and market value. It is advisable to store the coin in a non-reactive holder, such as an airtight capsule or mylar flip, to prevent tarnish or further contamination. Collectors should also familiarize themselves with the look of genuine mint strikes, as counterfeit or altered examples occasionally surface in online markets. Networking with other numismatists or joining coin clubs can provide valuable guidance and access to legitimate dealers and auctions. Beyond its silver content, the Franklin half dollar's enduring charm lies in its artistic and historical value. It captures an era when America celebrated intellect, progress, and national pride through its coinage. The 1952 issue, free from a mint mark, is especially symbolic of the Philadelphia Mint's central role in U.S. coin production and craftsmanship. Its clean design and dignified portrait of Franklin continue to appeal to collectors who appreciate the blend of simplicity and significance, a quality not always found in modern coinage. In conclusion, the 1952 no-mint mark Franklin half dollar represents far more than a piece of silver. It embodies the legacy of one of America's greatest minds and a pivotal moment in U.S. history. Its visual elegance, relative scarcity in high grades, and steady market value make it a cornerstone of many coin collections. For both new collectors and seasoned investors, the coin offers an enduring opportunity to own a piece of American heritage, one that continues to shine through the tarnish of time, reminding us of the brilliance of Franklin's legacy and the artistry of mid-century American minting. Next up, the 1954's Franklin half dollar holds a distinctive place in American numismatic history as one of the more intriguing and desirable issues of the Franklin series. Minted in San Francisco, this coin captures the final phase of the post-war era's silver coinage before the rise of modern minting innovations. To collectors, it is a fascinating piece not merely because of its composition or face value, but for the story it tells about the craftsmanship and challenges of mid-century coin production. Despite being over 7 decades old and often found in heavily circulated or dirty condition, the 1954's remains a prime target for collectors due to its scarcity in high-quality preservation and the subtle differences that distinguish it from other Franklin half dollars. The historical backdrop of the 1954's Franklin half dollar reflects a United States steeped in optimism and industrial growth. It was minted during Dwight D. Eisenhower's presidency, a time when the nation was entering a period of technological advancement and international influence. The San Francisco Mint, known for its precise yet sometimes lightly struck coins, played an important role in maintaining West Coast demand for silver currency. This particular coin represents not just a piece of monetary exchange but a symbol of an era defined by stability and renewed prosperity following World War II. Production at the San Francisco Mint for this year was notably smaller compared to Philadelphia and Denver, which would later contribute to the coin's reputation for rarity in higher grades. Artistically, the Franklin half dollar series stands apart for its elegant simplicity and deep symbolism. Designed by John Arsenik, the obverse features an unembellished yet powerful profile of Benjamin Franklin, America's statesman, inventor, and philosopher. His image conveys intellect and humility, a rare balance in coin portraiture. The reverse showcases the Liberty Bell, a timeless emblem of American independence, rendered with fine detail including its famous crack. To satisfy legal design requirements, a small eagle appears to the right of the bell. The coin's physical properties, 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 12.5 grams with a diameter of 30.6 millimeters, reflect the quality and metal standards of pre-1965 U.S. coinage. In pristine examples, the deep silver sheen and sharp strike of the bell lines offer collectors a glimpse into the mint's artistry. The rarity of the 1954's Franklin half dollar emerges primarily from its inconsistent strike quality and limited mintage. Approximately 4.9 million coins were produced, yet many suffer from weak details, particularly in the lower bell lines on the reverse. This inconsistency makes well-struck full bell lines, FBL, specimens exceptionally hard to find and highly prized. Additionally, the soft striking typical of the San Francisco Mint adds to the challenge, as even uncirculated pieces often lack full definition. While circulated and dirty examples are common, those that survive in mint condition with full, crisp bell lines are genuine rarities. A few minor die varieties and minting errors, such as doubled dies or misaligned strikes, add another layer of intrigue for specialized collectors. In the numismatic market, the 1954's Franklin half dollar's value varies sharply based on condition and strike quality. In average circulated grades, it tends to sell for around $2,700 to $4,500, primarily reflecting its silver bullion value. However, coins in uncirculated grades, MS-60 to MS-64, can command between $5,500 and $6,200, while those achieving MS-65 and higher often range from $7,000 to $7,900. The true treasures are the MS-66 and MS-67 full bell line specimens, which are exceptionally scarce and have fetched anywhere from $8,000 to over $9,000 at auction. These price levels are supported by consistent collector demand and the coin's reputation for being one of the most condition-sensitive Franklin halves in the series. Collectors pursuing the 1954s should approach the coin with a trained eye and strategic mindset. Since strike quality varies widely, identifying full bell line examples requires magnification and experience. Certification by reputable grading companies such as PCGS or NGC is crucial, as it not only guarantees authenticity but also documents strike characteristics, which heavily influence value. It is recommended to store these coins in airtight, non-PVC holders to protect them from tarnish, particularly given their high silver content. Networking with experienced collectors or participating in established coin forums and auctions can provide access to legitimate pieces, as well as guidance on distinguishing original mint luster from artificial toning or cleaning. Despite its modest face value, the 1954's Franklin half-dollar continues to captivate collectors because it embodies both the artistic refinement and industrial imperfections of mid-century minting. Its character lies in these contrasts, elegant design meeting variable execution, which make each example uniquely individual. The coin is also a reminder of the closing chapter in U.S. silver circulation, as the era of base metal coinage loomed just a decade away. For many collectors, it offers a bridge between America's historical ideals and the evolving economic realities of the 20th century. In summary, the 1954's Franklin half-dollar is a gem of numismatic craftsmanship that blends history, artistry, and scarcity into one silver disc. Its subtle variations, low survival rate in top condition, and undeniable visual appeal make it an enduring favorite among Franklin enthusiasts. Whether held as an investment or cherished as a historical keepsake, this coin represents a tangible link to America's cultural and economic evolution. For collectors seeking a challenge and a story wrapped in silver, the 1954's Franklin half-dollar remains a timeless pursuit, an unassuming yet profound reminder of the nation's heritage and the enduring legacy of Benjamin Franklin himself. Next up, the 1956 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark stands as one of the most distinguished and studied coins in the Franklin series. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin embodies a transitional era in American numismatics, one that blended tradition with modern minting precision. Although often found in circulated or dirty condition today, the 1956 issue remains highly sought after due to its historical importance, striking clarity in higher grades, and association with one of America's most iconic founding figures, Benjamin Franklin. Collectors are drawn to its combination of classical beauty and subtle minting variations that make each specimen a small window into the craftsmanship of mid-century U.S. coin production. The mid-1950s were a period of confidence and expansion for the United States, and the Franklin half-dollar reflected that spirit. Minted from 1948 to 1963, the series honored Benjamin Franklin's immense influence on American history, science, and politics. By 1956, the coin's production was well established, but the Philadelphia Mint was implementing improvements in die preparation and metal quality, which gave these coins a brighter, more refined finish compared to earlier issues. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was struck at the primary U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, a facility that symbolized the nation's numismatic excellence. The coin did not commemorate a specific event but served as a continuous tribute to Franklin's ideals of knowledge, liberty, and innovation. The design of the Franklin half-dollar is one of understated elegance. Created by John R. Sinek, who also designed the Roosevelt dime, the obverse features a dignified right-facing profile of Benjamin Franklin with liberty arching above and in God we trust below. The simplicity of Franklin's portrait allows his thoughtful expression to take center stage, representing intellect and civic virtue. The reverse displays the Liberty Bell, complete with its defining crack, accompanied by a small eagle to the right, added to meet legal requirements for all half dollars to feature the national bird. The coin's composition of 90% silver and 10% copper gives it a soft white sheen that develops a gentle patina with age. Measuring 30.6 mm in diameter and weighing 12.5 grams, the coin's balanced proportions and silver content add both visual and intrinsic appeal. What sets the 1956 Franklin half dollar apart is its overall striking quality and relative scarcity in pristine, fully detailed condition. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 4 million business strike coins that year, which was relatively low compared to earlier mintages. However, many pieces from this issue were well struck, resulting in sharper details on Franklin's hair and the Liberty Bell lines. Despite this, finding examples with flawless surfaces and full bell lines, FBL, a grading term referring to the complete, uninterrupted horizontal lines at the base of the bell, remains challenging. Circulated and dirty coins are common, but high-grade specimens with strong strikes and original luster are considerably rarer and command significant premiums. The market for the 1956 Franklin half dollar varies widely based on condition, strike, and collector demand. In heavily circulated or tarnished condition, its value often hovers around $1,900 to $3,950, reflecting primarily its silver melt content. However, coins in mint state grades, MS-60 to MS-64, typically range between $4,800 and $5,800, while superior examples with brilliant surfaces and FBL designation can reach $7,200 to $8,500. The highest graded specimens, particularly those graded MS-67 FBL by PCGS or NGC, have sold for over $9,000 in recent auctions. The combination of exceptional strike quality and preservation elevates such coins to elite status among Franklin half dollar enthusiasts. Over the past decade, prices for high-grade 1956 specimens have shown steady appreciation, underscoring their enduring desirability in the collector market. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1956 Franklin half dollar, proper authentication and grading are essential. Due to the subtle differences in strike quality, professional certification from trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC ensures that a coin's condition is accurately assessed and its authenticity guaranteed. When examining potential purchases, collectors should look for strong definition in Franklin's hair and fully visible bell lines, key indicators of an exceptional strike. Proper storage is also critical. Coins should be kept in airtight holders or capsules to prevent oxidation, which can dull their luster. Collectors are encouraged to seek pieces with natural toning rather than clean surfaces, as originality significantly enhances both visual appeal and market value. The appeal of the 1956 Franklin half dollar extends beyond its silver content and collectible status. It serves as a reflection of post-war American optimism and precision craftsmanship. The Philadelphia Mint's output that year displayed remarkable consistency, and the design itself remains a masterclass in minimalist beauty. While it lacks the flamboyant imagery of earlier coin designs, it compensates with intellectual depth and clean lines that have made it timeless. The coin's portrayal of Franklin and the Liberty Bell links America's revolutionary past with its modern aspirations, capturing a balance between history and progress that continues to resonate with collectors. In closing, the 1956 no-mint mark Franklin half dollar stands as a testament to America's heritage, artistry, and evolving minting technology. It is not merely a silver relic but a symbol of national pride and craftsmanship. For collectors, it offers the satisfaction of owning a coin that is both historically meaningful and visually captivating. Whether admired for its connection to Benjamin Franklin, its striking beauty, or its growing numismatic value, this coin continues to shine, literally and figuratively, as one of the most elegant and collectible pieces in U.S. coinage. As time passes, well-preserved examples will only become scarcer, ensuring that the 1956 Franklin half dollar maintains its status as a cherished and valuable classic. Next up, the 1960 Franklin half dollar without a mint mark holds a respected position among mid-20th century U.S. coinage and remains an object of fascination for serious collectors. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin represents one of the final years of the Franklin series before its replacement by the Kennedy half dollar in 1964. Although often found today in worn or dirty condition, its numismatic significance lies in its craftsmanship, silver purity, and role in marking the end of an era in American minting. Collectors prize the 1960 issue for its well-balanced design, consistent strike quality, and the historical weight it carries as part of Benjamin Franklin's enduring legacy on American currency. The 1960 Franklin half-dollar was produced during a time of great technological progress and cultural change in the United States. America was entering a decade defined by innovation, from space exploration to social transformation, and its coinage reflected a sense of stability amid change. The Franklin half-dollar, first introduced in 1948, was part of a post-war initiative to honor American icons who embodied intellect and integrity rather than political or military power. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for the 1960 issue, maintained its tradition of producing coins without a mint mark. It struck millions of Franklin halves for circulation, ensuring that Benjamin Franklin's image, symbolizing wisdom, ingenuity, and freedom, remained a daily reminder of America's ideals. The coin's design remains one of the most admired and discussed in U.S. numismatics. Created by chief engraver John Cynic, the obverse features a stately portrait of Benjamin Franklin facing right, rendered with realistic depth and smooth contours. Above his head sits the word liberty, while In God We Trust appears below, emphasizing national values. The reverse design showcases the Liberty Bell, complete with its distinctive crack, symbolizing American independence. To the right of the bell, a small eagle appears, fulfilling legal requirements that half-dollars display the national bird. The 1960 Franklin half-dollar, composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In uncirculated condition, its luster gleams with a mirror-like brilliance, making it a striking representation of mid-century minting precision. Despite its relatively high mintage, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar holds notable rarity when condition and strike quality are considered. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 6 million pieces, but due to circulation wear and environmental exposure, many surviving coins show signs of tarnish, scratches, or dirt buildup. Collectors value the elusive examples that exhibit full bell lines, FBL, referring to the sharp, uninterrupted horizontal lines on the lower part of the Liberty Bell, a hallmark of an exceptional strike. Coins with this feature are rare, especially when uncleaned and unpolished. Additionally, minor varieties, such as die cracks and double die reverses, have been documented, adding further depth and desirability for specialists seeking unique or error specimens. Market values for the 1960 Franklin half-dollar vary significantly depending on grade and eye appeal. Heavily circulated or dirty examples generally trade for $3,000 to $5,000, largely based on silver melt value. However, coins in mint state condition, MS-60 to MS-64, can bring between $6,200 and $6,900, reflecting collector demand for higher-grade pieces. Those that achieve the coveted full bell lines designation can command far higher prices, ranging from $7,500 to $8,000 for MS-65 FBL coins, and occasionally exceeding $9,500 for top-tier MS-66 or MS-67 examples. Auction records have shown that pristine, sharply struck specimens continue to appreciate steadily as collectors compete for the best-preserved survivors from this late-period issue. For collectors, identifying and preserving a 1960 Franklin half-dollar requires careful attention to detail. The most valuable examples are those with minimal contact marks, bright original luster, and full, crisp details across both sides of the coin. Professional grading from recognized institutions such as PCGS or NGC is strongly recommended, as certification not only verifies authenticity but also accurately documents strike quality and condition. Collectors are also advised to avoid cleaning coins, as this can significantly reduce their value. Proper storage in airtight holders or slabs prevents oxidation and toning, preserving the natural patina and luster that enhance a coin's long-term appeal. Attending reputable coin shows, auctions, or joining collector communities can also provide opportunities to find genuine, well-documented specimens. What makes the 1960 Franklin half-dollar particularly captivating is how it bridges America's numismatic past with its modern identity. It represents one of the final large silver circulating coins, produced just before the US shifted to base metal coinage in 1965. As such, it captures both the artistry and the material value of a bygone era. Its simplicity contrasts sharply with later, more intricate designs, reflecting Franklin's ideals of practicality and intellect over ornamentation. For many collectors, owning this coin is not just about silver, it's about holding a piece of a nation's transition, where tradition met progress on the face of every coin. In conclusion, the 1960 no-mint mark Franklin half-dollar remains a cornerstone of mid-century American coinage and a cherished relic of silver-era craftsmanship. Its enduring allure lies in its blend of artistry, history, and rarity, appealing to both novice and veteran collectors alike. While circulated examples may appear unremarkable at first glance, those in exceptional condition reveal the true beauty of Sinek's design and the precision of the Philadelphia Mint. As time progresses and pristine specimens become scarcer, the coin's numismatic and investment potential only grows. For anyone drawn to the legacy of Benjamin Franklin or the quiet elegance of classic American coinage, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar stands as a timeless symbol of both intellect and artistry in silver.